They big, huh? I'm feeling a little under the weather. My nose running and I was sneezing and whatnot. Every time the weather changes, my allergies just start getting the worst of me, like. But I'm back with another video. I'm about to do a little story time. I'm on my way to work. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little story time. I've been thinking about what am I gonna, like what my topic for my first story time is gonna be. And I was thinking about a fight. So I'm going to tell you guys about the first time I was ever arrested. I think I'm going to do like a series because I've been arrested multiple times for fighting. So I think I'm going to do like a, part 1, part 2, so however many parts it is. But so this was the very first time I got arrested. I believe I want to say I was probably maybe 14 or 15. I was in high school. So one night, me and the girls from off my block, my girlfriends from off the block that that we were living on, we ran to, we used to just be all up and down. See, I'm from Philly, the west side of Philly, so we used to be all up and down Lansdowne Avenue. We went to the Chinese store, in the hood on Lansdowne Avenue, and we were in the store, and I think it was maybe 4 of us. Now the girls on my block, they were not, they didn't fight. I'm not saying that they can't fight, because I banged with them, but they didn't fight. They weren't fighters. It was I don't even think I remember them even being in situations where they had to fight. So we were in a Chinese store, and we were in line. So I was next, and I'm gonna say maybe 3 more girls walked in. I've never seen these chicks before. So they walk in, and it was one big, Amazon type chick, and I was small, short and small. So they walked in the store, and she decides that she just gonna bust in front of me. Back in the day, busting was out of pocket. That's out of the question. It don't happen. You bust in front of me? Well, anyway, so she busts in front of me, and I'm like, excuse me? So she I'm next. Bitch, no the fuck you're not. No, you're not next. So she insisted that she was next. I insisted that she was not next. When it was time for someone to be next, it was me. Okay? So we had words, but it wasn't nothing they wanted to fight. Because if they wanted to fight, we should have did it right then and there. Because I'm always with fighting. You just let me know, then I'm with it. So it wasn't even a situation where fighting was brought to my attention, because I'm with the shits. So we leave or whatever. I ordered my stuff first, like I said I was, because I was next. So that's done. I totally forgot about the whole situation. I'm in school. It's lunchtime now. To get to lunch, it's a small hallway, and every student that has that period lunch is in that hallway trying to get to the lunchroom. So we're all standing there, whatever, and a lot of people knew me, and a lot of people know that I'm a fighter. So we were standing in the hallway or whatever, and I hear somebody saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck her up." And somebody was like, "Who?" And she was like, "Her right there." And I never turned around because ain't nobody talking about me. So the girl she was talking to nudged me. She said, "Her right here," and her right there, and she nudged me. So I turn around, I'm looking, and I recognize the girl from last night. Now this isn't even the one who thought she was busting. This must be her little minion sister, because she was quiet. She was extremely quiet that last night. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, you girl, whatever. So she's literally telling everybody like that's in the crowd walking to the lunchroom how she was gonna give me the business. So I'm like trying to be humble, right? Mind you, but I'm still like what, 14, 15? So I'm trying to be humble though. But she really about to catch these hands, these feet, and these elbows, you know what I mean? So we get into lunchroom. Now I'm flaming, I'm mad because I'm trying to keep it cool. And I'm sitting at the table. So my brother come over and he was like, yo, I heard about what's going on. Don't get up. So I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm like, all right. So I was like, give me $1. He was like, for what? I said, I need something to drink. So the vending machine was right next to me where I was sitting. So he gave me the $1. And I went and got me, I remember this, a high C fruit punch. That's when they had the vending machines with all canned juices for us. So I got a high C fruit punch. And I sat there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm not sitting far from her, so I hear her. And it's driving me crazy because she's like, she's looking at me, and she's telling everybody that she's around that she's going, you know what I mean, give me the business. So I'm like, yo, this bitch really playing with me. Like, so I listened to her for a good 10 minutes, and that's not even me, because I'm listening. The first time you start, I'm like, I'm on your top. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me go over here and find out what's wrong with this bitch. Now I done sipped this can of juice for the whole 10 minutes, to where as though the can is still completely full. That's how mad I was, just sipping. So I'll go over to the table, and I sit next to the girl who nudged me when she was like, who, her? So I sit next to her. She looked at me, and she knew me too. So she already knew what it was. So I sit next to her or whatever. And I'm like, so which is across from the girl. So I said, yo, what's your problem? So she was like, you heard what I said, I'm gonna do this, or whatever. So I'm like, yo, you really drawing. If anything was supposed to happen, it was supposed to happen last night at the Chinese store. I said, and you wasn't even, I said, you were like a church mouse yesterday. You ain't say nothing. I said, so why you so tough today? So she like, that's my sister. I said, yeah, but she was your sister last night. You ain't pop fly last night. You ain't, you know what I mean? You wasn't even, I didn't even know you had a voice last night. So she's still telling me, she's telling me, like, first of all, don't nobody tell me what they're going to do to me, and I don't handle that right there. So she's telling me what she's going to do to me. And so she keeps getting up, making a scene. So I'm like, yo, you making a scene, sit down. So she like still up or whatever, and she pointing. Now she didn't come close to me because she wasn't that stupid, but she didn't come close, but she was still loud and obnoxious with her shit. So I'm like, yo, if you don't sit down, I'm gonna take this can and I'm gonna bust you in your face. So the girl I was sitting next to, she knew me, and she knew that I was capable of taking that can, cocking back, and busting her shit. So she didn't sit down. She kept drawing. So I stood up. I said, I'm gonna tell you one more time, sit down and stop making a scene. She didn't listen. She was hard-headed. So I cocked back, still full can of soda, and I bust her in her face with the can of soda. When I say I split hair and hair and hair, like she was trinkling, then instantly trinkling. I swelled up all that. So she go backwards. So you know how the lunch tables is, it's the bench connected to the table. So she's leaning like with her back on the table. So I step on a seat. She's in between my legs, and I'm just molly whopping the shit out of her eye. The same eye that I just bust with the can. Like, I'm not, now I'm talking to you because I feel like you need to know why I'm fucking you up right now. First of all, you're disrespectful. And I told you to shut up and sit down, but you didn't. You're really disrespectful, and I don't appreciate the disrespect, okay? I believe if the mind can't comprehend, the body needs discipline. So I helped her. I disciplined her because apparently her mother didn't. You feel what I'm saying? So, fuck her up. I mean, don't her and her name. So the school at this time, they had NTAs, but this when they started to have the school police in. He had to peel me off her, and he was like, chill. So I was like, let me go. He was like, chill, I now gotta lock you up. So now reality sets in. I'm like, you gotta do what? So now I gotta lock you up. She bleeding a lot. So my mother is a police officer. So I was like, at this point, I was like, damn. But I was also like, I don't even care because her disrespect was at an all-time high. You feel what I'm saying? And again, if they had a problem, we should have fought the fucking night before, and I wouldn't have been getting locked up. You feel what I'm saying? So I was pissed. So I'm like, all right. So the detective was like, and ain't your mom a cop? I'm like, yeah. He was like, how you think she gonna feel about it? I said, I don't know. I said, let's call her. So I called. I was like, Mom, they like, I'm going to jail. She was like, what? I said, I'm going to jail. She was like, why? What did you do? I said, I was fighting. She said, was she bleeding? I said, yeah. She said, where? I said, her eye. She said, what did you hit her with? She said, did you hit her with something? I said, yeah. She said, what did you hit her with? I said, a can of soda. She said, girl. She said, I'm on my way. They're going to take you to 55th and Pine. I'll be there in 15 minutes. So I was like, all right. I think I was there, like, I was only there a few hours because, you know, my mom was a police officer. So they just basically signed me over to her or whatever. I had court and stuff, but they didn't go to court. They didn't show up at court the first time. So my mom was like, well, if they don't come, you know, within 3 times, then they going to throw it out. So I was like, all right. I said, they shouldn't come. I said, because she provoked me, right? My mom was like, yeah, okay, whatever. She was like, why did you hit her with the can? I said, because I told her that she should sit down and stop making a scene. I warned her before I threw the can, Mom. So she was like, girl, stay out of shit. So I'm like, all right. So apparently, I went to school. I was outside because we live right in front of the school. So I went outside in the morning. My mom had went to work, so I went outside in the morning so I could just, you know what I mean, whatever. So I was I was at the school and I seen the bitch going to school. So I was like, whoa, like, hold the fuck up. Like, why the fuck she ain't get suspended, right? So I went into school. I was like, yo, like, I see this bitch out here. How the fuck she out here? Like, she provoked me. Like, why the fuck she ain't go? You know what I mean? So they escorted me out the building because you're not supposed to be here or whatever. So as I'm outside the building, you know, we used to cut class sometimes. So I went to where we cut class at, and everybody was telling me that they not going to court because the whole plan is the bitch who I should have been fighting the night at the Chinese store said that she was fucking me up because I fucked her sister shit up. You know, she might not have said that, but you know, the reality is I fucked your sister shit up. So she like, yeah, we're not going to court because I'm fucking her up, which it never happened. But again, y'all know I'm with the shits. So I was completely ready. You feel what I'm saying? So they ain't come to court. So they threw it out. I mean, I'm older now, whatever. So do I regret that? I don't regret that. You know what I mean? I regret that I got arrested. I don't regret pinging her fucking eye with that can. And I don't regret fucking her up afterwards for the simple fact that you were doing too much. Like, yeah, and it's always consequences though. Like, the consequences for me was going to jail because I busted her shit with a fucking aluminum can. But I'm older and I don't condone these things, but I do condone protecting yourself, defending yourself. I'm a mother of 5 boys, and I see myself and my sons every day, like with their anger, because I was pissed off. I'm actually still pretty angry from time to time, but I'm older, so I know how to control my stuff. But my children, they be like on go. I be like, chill. Are you gonna land yourself in jail? But I'm just telling them because I've been, you know, in the same situations or whatever. But I'm almost to work. I want to thank everybody for listening to my first story time. Oh, and I have seen her. I've seen her roll past when she was on the bus stop a few times. So I have seen her. Of course, I would never say anything because it was a long time ago. And this is just story time, you know. But anything that I did say in this video, I meant. Okay, I meant. So don't get that misconstrued. Okay. But I want you guys to. I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, like, and hey, bang that notification bell because you won't know when part 2 is coming out. I know you want to hear the story. You gotta want to hear the story. Okay, so hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Bang that like button, like right now. Don't go off my page until you like this video. Check out some other videos. So share it. I appreciate you sharing it because, you know, the more people see it, the better. You guys are awesome. Be crazy. They big, huh?